will now wish to announce the following names, the names of the composition of the leadership, parliamentary leadership of the All People's Congress for the 6th Parliament of the Second Republic. The Honorable Abdul Kago Opposition Leader. The Honorable Aaron Aruna Kuruma. And lastly, the Honorable Kemoko Honorable members, by the seminal date of July 13, 2023, when the members of Parliament of the ruling SLPP party subscribed the oath of office. Today, November 7, 2023, marks yet another milestone in the life of this 6th Parliament of the Second Republic. 52 members of the opposition APC party who have followed the dictates of their party to boycott Parliament as today also subscribed the oath of office as members of the party. I therefore consider it a great honor to welcome all of you to this hallowed and sacred chamber of Parliament. Honorable members, permit me to start with the question: what kept you away so long? On several occasions, I tried to plead with you to see reason and come to the house to perform the sacred constitutional duties for which you have been elected by your people. Instead, you chose to stonewall. You should have come a long time ago, just as your honorable colleagues across the aisle did on July 13th. And also, as your party comrades, Honorable Mohammed Bangura.
Members of the gallery, you are not members of parliament. Leave the members of parliament to talk and exchange, and you observe. A repeat of that, speaker will have no choice but to clear his gallery.
An Honorable Alfred Thompson and Johnson Glory.
No. So the name
in arriving. Nonetheless, it is better late than never. More especially, I feel deeply gratified that my audience didn't fall on deaf ears entirely. And today, this sixth parliament can proudly say its whole membership is now fully seated and in full conformity with the multi-party democratic constitution of 1990. The constitution that vehemently and vigorously eschews any return to anything even remotely resembling the one-party dispensation of yesteryear that it had ingloriously banished to the nauseating attics of history. Therefore, I should hasten to pay a very special tribute to the dogged determination and perseverance of the Independent Commission on Peace and National Cohesion, ICPNC, for living up to its legal mandate and to the expectations of the general public. Differences of opinion, perception, and persuasion in the political arena, by definition, form an integral part of any truly functioning and vibrant democracy. And therefore, it is of the utmost importance that national institutions are established and capacitated to speedily enter into the breach and provide much needed relief where such differences occur, and particularly important, where such differences exhibit the potential of exploding into a national crisis and possible violence. So, all of us, the executive branch and the legislative alike, today deserve the fullest commendation for having had the foresight to propose and legislate into existence the ICPNC, which has worked tirelessly to bring about this exalted and much desired act. All of us therefore should applaud their timely intervention. By the same token, I would like to convey on behalf of the entire House our profound appreciation and our debt of gratitude to the special peace envoys deployed to our country by the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, the African Union, and the Commonwealth Secretariat, all of whom have spared no effort in discharging their collective role as international interlocutors and moral guarantors to ensure the successful outcome of the dialogue between the ruling SLPP government and the APC opposition, which today has been consummated by our colleagues from the APC agreeing to terminate their boycott and to assume their seats in the well of this House, to begin the process of discharging their constitutional responsibility to the Sixth Parliament of the Second Republic, to which they've been duly elected by their peers. Nor can I afford to not acknowledge the presence in our midst of the indefatigable Honorable Chevno Ramadan Magdalene. Erstwhile Deputy Speaker of this House and former leader of the APC opposition in the fifth of the second. Indeed, honorable members, no meritorious accomplishment can be properly paid to the Fifth Parliament without a resounding and fulsome acknowledgement of the pivotal role of the Honorable Chevno. Not only was his contribution profound as an illustrious member of the House and the ECOWAS Parliament, but also his exemplary and visionary leadership throughout his tenure as a member of this House have left an indelible imprint in the annals of our loudly and goodly food. Honorable Chevno, you are a man who sought peace. Honorable members, I come next to the quintessential Honorable Ibrahim Ben Khalid. return to the Honorable Ibrahim Denga. It is most appropriate that I should unhesitatingly describe you as both a political encyclopedia of Sierra Leone and a true first edition of all that stands out as remarkably good of the APC party. The archetypal alpha and omega of politics. On behalf of the entire House, I commend you and extend to you our very best wishes for a joyful, peaceful, restful, and well-earned time. Last, but by no means least, I turn now to the affable, tall, and elegant Honorable Ajibola Mangispe. This is a man of many admirable qualities. His gentility, humility, and even his every slow but majestic steps still re-echo resoundingly throughout the portals of this hallowed building and the ECOWAS Parliament. Legendary wisdom and tenacity. True, in an age of renewal of any rapidly changing society, it is inevitable that there must come a time when the old has to give way to the young. Indeed, one of the most difficult tasks in politics is not how to acquire power, but how to transfer it to a new generation. More difficult still is for leaders to deliberately create new tools and able leaders to systematically take over from the old when the time comes. But if I were to appraise the redoubtable Ajibola Mangispe on his character, ability, reliability, and strength to connect and influence people, I would say without a doubt that only a handful of men would be able to match this quality. Honorable members, these three honorable members have truly left their marks on the floor of the chair. And in this homage we can and should all pay them is to say, you all carry with you to the rest of the world our most abiding love, respect, and affection. Posterity will never forget the chronicle that indeed we once passed through this. Honorable members, today, as we welcome our APC colleagues from the shadows into the limelight of parliamentary politics and bank, let me take this opportunity to remind them that Sierra Leone is at a most critical stage where human capital and economic development have now taken center stage, and indeed are now the topmost priorities. It is indeed a formidable task to accomplish, and it is a task that beckons for attention from all able-bodied men and women, the old and the young, the lettered and unlettered, the high and low, no matter where you are, at home or abroad, in every nook and cranny of this land that we love so much. It also means it is not a task for one political party alone. On the contrary, it is a task for all of us, working together. But more importantly, with us, the honorable members of Parliament, in the lead. Above all, I believe it is a task that is doable and achievable, so long as our constant refrain is that Sierra Leone is and will always remain our only country, and there is no other country we can call our own. Honorable members, before I delve into the nature of the task in hand, allow me to recall here a little instructive lesson of contemporary history to refresh our minds. Our country, Sierra Leone, obtained its political independence from our British colonizer in 1960. 4 good years ahead of Singapore, a comparatively small island country in Southeast Asia, which attained its statehood in 1965. It was and still is inhabited by a much smaller population than ours, consisting of Chinese, Malays, Indians, and others. So it is not any less heterogeneous than we are in Sierra Leone. But there is this remarkable difference. Singapore had nothing, literally nothing, no natural resource at independence apart from human beings, and a deep sea harbor, just as we have our own water. But we Sierra Leone have a lot more assets to be proud of. We're endowed with gold, diamonds, iron ore, bauxite, tantalite, rutile, palm oil, palm kernels, etc. You name it, we have it. Yet, in 1961, Sierra Leone's per capita income was only $140, and its annual GDP was 328 million. Singapore's per capita in 1965 was $517, and its annual GDP was a mere 975 million. By 2022, 60 years on, Sierra Leone's per capita income was still only 488, and an annual GDP of not more than $3,970 million, compared to Singapore's per capita income of $82,808, and an annual GDP of $466,978 million. Today, with this galaxy of notables gathered in this well of life, from both our 2 main political parties, I cannot resist the temptation to ask the question, where did we go wrong? Where did we go wrong? It is certainly not for one of human capital, because we once prided ourselves with the accolade of the Athens of education in West Africa. Although today, we lament how that has plummeted to such low level that young at school are not ashamed to think they have the divine right to spark, to pass public examination. And our public servants are equally busy embellishing their desks with degrees and diplomas not properly earned, but purchased from the non-accredited So while Singapore was really obtaining laurels and moving up the development ladder rapidly from a third world classification to a first world country, Sierra Leone has remained behind, wallowing in abject poverty and deprivation, and fighting with other countries and hoping for the crumbs to fall from the bigger table of the region. Honorable members, with all the brilliant minds who produced in this country, past and present, what really have we done? What have we done? What have we done? What? To answer this question, I will invite all of us present in this world today to borrow a lead from Singapore's MBA Book of Development. First, they gave the highest national priority to educating and training their people to the highest standard. They sent them to the best of the best colleges, everywhere at home and abroad. And they got them bonded on scholarships that obligated them to return and work for Singapore after graduation. The success of this scheme reached such a point that those who went to the United States, the country with the stiffest requirements in the world for a visa, relaxed their visa requirements for Singaporeans. Because no Singapore graduate wanted ever to remain permanently in America after graduation. Because the salaries waiting for them at home were much higher than they would earn. Second, Singapore challenged their citizens to imbibe a sense of patriotism that was second to none. Those who studied with Singaporeans in colleges abroad can testify to this. A student from Singapore aspires to nothing but a first-class honors degree. And the day he gets it, he's on the next plane back to Singapore. Third, Singapore developed a culture of appointing to high office people of proven competence and leadership based on meritocracy. Nepotism and cronyism died the very day an independent Singapore was born, and they remained permanently in their graves to this day. Remember, honorable members, how serious this principle is respected in a country of such small population that everybody virtually knows everybody. Amazing. This is a country where their development plans are tailored to run for decades, and they are executed to the last detail. And it matters not who or which political party is in power. Fourth, in Singapore, the culture of incorruptibility is second to none. Their leaders don't govern, they lead. And they also peremptorily lead by example. The first Prime Minister, Lee Kuan Yew, was once accused of corruption by a British newspaper in England. What did he do? He sued the newspaper for defamation. But interestingly, he sued not in Singapore, but in the British courts, and he won. That in itself speaks volumes about the character. Honorable members, I narrate all this simply to demonstrate the essential ingredients which combine to produce the phenomenal economic development of Singapore. But it also points to another simple truth. Singapore has achieved its phenomenal development and growth over the last 60 years, not by luck or aptitude, but rather through good and transformative leadership that is highly educated, locally driven, focused, motivated, dedicated, focused, and incorruptible. This is the new challenge facing us today in this 6 months. And it confronts all of us equally, regardless of party color or affiliation. I invite all of us to emulate the good example that Singapore presents and is not yet complete. It may sound like a feat of serendipitous proportions, but it's not impossible. Together, we can do it and achieve it. Honorable members, with that, I thank you kindly, and I now take this opportunity to extend my warmest congratulations and felicitations to all the new MPs of the parliamentary leadership of the All People's Congress in this 6th Parliament of the Second Round. I thank you for your Honorable members, I now ask for the endorsement of the leadership of the APC party as read out by me. All those in favor say aye. And those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Mr. Speaker, I highly count that motion.